welcome back to the Rewind here on Wayward World Studios. I'm Thumali, that's Thumali. I am your host, and today we have a very special treat here today. She is the Midwestern Queen of Seattle, all the way from Minnesota, and lives in the heartlands of the mystical, magical place that one day I will be moving to called Seattle, Washington. Please welcome, roll the dice for Dexterity. How are you doing, Dex?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited too. The intro didn't feel as energetic as I usually am because I was like, it was really good. Like I was thinking of a bunch of stuff and like the Midwestern Queen of Seattle, like the Midwestern Queen of Seattle or something like that. That was a really good
Yep.
one, I think.
Yes.
How have you been? Like, you seem like you're busy every time that I see you posting stuff.
Yeah, I've been really good. It's been great. I've been loving living in here in Seattle. I feel like people have been like really welcoming me into the community. It's been great. Yeah, I've been busy doing shows and going out and just out on the hill and too. So it's been great. I've been loving it here.
Yeah, and I've been loving seeing you perform. You're another contestant that we had. I know the episodes haven't been out yet, but we have as of recording, but eventually like tomorrow as of recording, Chance Hazard's episode is going to come out
Oh,
as well
nice.
as Clairvoyance as well.
Yeah.
And now you're another Thunderdome contestant. Like I met all of y'all
Yeah.
and and Papusa, how can we forget Papusa? But yeah, that was such an amazing time. I only went to one night, and I just like, I wish I could have gone to all of them because that was such an amazing night. How did you feel about Thunderdome?
I loved Thunderdome. I'm very like goal or like date oriented. So like competitions like Thunderdomes or like pageants really help me like focus and drag and like push me to like, make my creations in a timely manner. I feel like school really drilled into me that I need a date to be like to get shit
Mhm.
done. But I loved Thunderdome too. I also think it came at a really nice time where I was able to like introduce myself to the city in that way because people kind of knew who I was when I moved here because I tried to make my presence very known. But like Thunderdome was a really good introduction to like show a ton of people that I knew what I was doing. I could perform. I looked good in drag and like
Mhm.
so it was really fun and it was a really fun way to like introduce myself to the city and meet so many incredible people because I had only met Fabi and Papusa and this girl before this started, before Thunderdome started. So I didn't really know anybody else in the competition. So
I,
that was
I
fun.
I was shocked to learn that you just moved to the west side recently. Like the way like how polished you are, and we'll get into that later. Like the way how polished you are, and you were in Thunderdome and stuff like that. I would have thought like, oh, did I miss a Seattle Queen?
Yeah, I mean, I had been doing drag in Minnesota for about 6 years. So like I had kind of, polished up there and like really learned how to do drag and for my craft over there before I decided I wanted to get the hell out of Minnesota and in the Midwest in general and move over here. So yeah, I definitely came in full force because I was like, I know what I'm doing. I need to prove that I know what I'm doing.
Exactly. Well, why don't we get into it? Tell me, where does dexterity come from? Like that's the word, dexterity. I did make a reference to Dungeons and Dragons because I'm familiar like it comes from there, but it also comes from role-playing games, dexterity. But what inspired that name and what's Minnesota like? I don't think I've ever met anyone from Minnesota.
Yeah. Well, Dexterity. So, I chose the name from Dungeons and Dragons, actually. I do really love that game. And I also chose it just kind of because of its meaning too. So to be dexterous means to be talented, specifically with your hands. And when I started drag, I wanted to like kind of do everything. So I've taught myself how to sew, I've taught myself styling hair, I've taught myself makeup, how to embellish, how to host, like all these things. I wanted to prove that I could be the queen that makes everything herself and does everything herself. So when you see something on stage, you're like, that's a dexterity look because she created all of that. I make all my own mixes. I wanted to show that like I have my hand in every part of my drag,
Mhm.
um, and really show that like I'm the one creating it. Like I do commission stuff, but like I just really wanted to show that like this is me and like this is the dexterity of it all is like creating my craft in every aspect of it. Um, and I really loved that. Which it's also kind of funny that I chose dexterity because every time I play Dungeons and Dragons, I usually play spellcasters, which are terrible at dexterity. So
Hmm.
that's kind of funny too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really the inspiration behind it is I wanted to kind of force myself to like be a self-sufficient queen and do everything myself. Um, and then Minnesota, you asked about Minnesota. It's cold. It's
Nice.
lovely, but it is cold. Like it is I mean it's beautiful in the summer and the spring and like the 2 weeks we have fall, but it is very cold there. The scene I feel like gets slept on a little bit. I feel like Minnesota just kind of like people look past us a lot because we do have a very sickening scene, but it's just we have so many queens with not a lot of spaces to perform. So I feel like it gets a little competitive and a little catty just because there are so many people competing just for those like same spots in
Mhm.
every bar and every situation. But
Okay.
it has some really fantastic queens, and I think Minnesota gets overlooked a lot.
Okay. Was that the reason? Was that the main reason why you wanted to move to like the west side? Was because of how small it was, essentially?
Um, a little bit. It was more like a little bit of like the drama that was going on because sometimes the pettiness just got to be a lot. But it was also I've always wanted to move out of Minnesota because I lived there my whole life. And um I ended up going to college in Minnesota, so then I was stuck around, and then I started drag, so then that stuck around, and then the pandemic happened, so like it kind of just like one thing led to another, and I felt like I was like, oh, I just like have to stay here, and then last year it kind of like occurred to my mind. I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to move. I know I'm gonna regret this if I don't do it. So why not just do it right now? Like I was like, I'm halfway through my 20s. I might as well just go and do it. I can always move back if I don't like it or if something happens, like, but I have to at least try. So that was mostly the main reason is I just always wanted to move out of the Midwest and I was like, well, why not now? Why not?
That you sound similar, very similar to me, except I live in Washington. I live in Spokane, Washington, so that's like on the east side of Washington State, and that's where Sister Jane Don't is from.
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll ever like admit it. She'll probably say she's a Seattle queen, but she's from Spokane, Washington, and that's exactly how I felt. Like the pandemic and everything. I was in school here, like at Gonzaga University and stuff, so it was just like I had all these things lined up, and then the pandemic happened, and I was like, ugh, now I feel like I have to stay here. But now there's no lockdowns. COVID's still a very big thing still going on, but like now, but there's no lockdowns anymore, so there's no excuse to like get out of here, and I need to get out of here.
Yeah, I actually stopped in Spokane when I was driving out here. That was my last stop before, and I spent the night
Oh,
just
nice.
at the airport.
That's what everybody says. That's Spokane. They stopped by here. I mean, there's a couple fun, like nice restaurants and stuff like that. My birthday was yesterday. We had a really nice time at a restaurant. It's called Wiley's. It's a little bistro, and they had really good food. I've never eaten there before, so we have.
Happy late
We,
birthday.
thank you, thank you. I feel old. But like not, but I feel young at the same time. Although lately I've just been kind of sluggish, but you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to complain because we had anti-heroin on the show, and I was like, talk about my life, and she's like, "Is that all people hear about? Is you like the podcast about you complaining?" She's so shady, but that episode was I can't wait till it comes out. It was so much fun.
Love it.
Um, but yeah, no, welcome. Like, how do you like? Why Seattle of all places?
So it's kind of like a weird, so 2 years ago, I'm a very big Taylor Swift fan. If you follow me on Instagram, you very
Oh
much
yeah.
know that.
Hmm.
So I couldn't make it to the Minneapolis part of the Eras tour. And my friend lives in Vancouver, so we're like, oh, let's get tickets to Seattle. Both of us had never been, so like, let's just go. I flew out here for the Eras tour, and I absolutely like loved it out here. And it was like summer, and it was gorgeous, and
Hmm.
um, I was here to see my favorite artist, so I was like, oh, of course, I love this city. And then when I was thinking about moving, I had like a few places picked out. Like I was thinking like here, Portland, like maybe like New York, maybe like Chicago. Like I just had like a few different places, and then I was like, well, I really like Seattle, but let me like do another trip to make sure I actually like it. And it wasn't just because I was there to see my absolute favorite artist with one of my
Mhm.
best friends during the sunniest month of the year there that I actually liked it. So I booked a solo trip out here in like early April, and it was like cold and rainy and cloudy the entire time. And I still really loved the city and I loved the atmosphere and just being on Capitol Hill. So I was like, you know what, why not come here? I don't really like Chicago that much. I'm kind of scared of New York. So I was like, why not just come here? So, and I've been loving it.
Yeah, Seattle I feel like is like the best of like New York and Los Angeles and stuff like that, but it's not too crazy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's manageable. Like there's always something going on. Every time I've gone to Seattle, like it's so much fun just walking around and just seeing people out and
Yeah.
about and doing stuff. Um, I also like the bar scene. Like here, it's way better than Spokane. So
Yeah. Larson is great too. And like it's like close to nature. Like you're in a city, but like if you drive like 20 minutes, 30, 40 minutes out, like you can be in the mountains, which is also kind of a requirement for me. I'm like, I need access to nature. I can't just be in grid city lock.
yeah, do you like hiking? Like, are you a nature girl?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
love hiking. I love the mountains. I love being in nature. I mean, I'm sure you know Minnesota known for 10,000 lakes. So I was at the lake basically every day in summer growing up. So I love being outside.
Oh, that's sickening. Yeah. Well, now the weather's much better now, so it'll be an opportunity. This is your first year here. Like,
Yeah.
am I? Yeah. So you get to enjoy the summertime. Like the
This
summertime is going to be so much nice, so much
yeah.
nice. Yeah. English.
Yeah, this will be my first Seattle summer, which I'm really excited for. But
Yeah.
I even loved the winter here because people were complaining, but again, it's not as cold as Minnesota, so I was loving it here. I was like, this place is great. I was like, it's not negative 40. I can actually walk outside. It's
hmm
great.
Yeah. That's Spokane. Like the snow and the -9 and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like I think it's because there's a higher elevation in this
Mhm.
area in comparison to like the Seattle area. So it was very cold and I was very inactive, just staying at home, just being like, ugh, I'm just waiting for the sun to come out and
Yeah.
now it's out finally. It's perfect weather, honestly. Like right now it's like a little bit cloudy. The sun's been peeking out a few times, but there's a nice chill. And I like that. Like it's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
Yes.
So tell me about your drag though. How long have you been doing drag and like how did you get introduced to drag?
So I've been doing, it'll be 7 years in July, at the end of
Ooh.
July. And I got introduced to it. I was kind of a drag race baby where my friend who I actually went to the Eras tour with, we watched Drag Race and we really loved it. And then we found out that there was an amateur night in Minnesota at the Gay 90s. And we were like, oh, let's like, just do it one time for fun. Like let's just like go out and do it. So I went and bought like this cheap Hannah Montana blunt blonde wig. I got this purple like schoolgirl outfit and I did Hit Me Baby One More Time out on the stage. And we are like, we're just gonna do it for fun once. Like it's not gonna be a big deal. And then we went and did it and there was another queen in the audience who like booked shows around the city and she came up to us afterwards and they were like, you guys, you need to do this more and I want to book you for my next show. So then they booked us for their show in August and then it just kind of kept going from there. People kept seeing me and being like, you need to do this more, you need to lean into it. So it really just started as like, oh, I'm just gonna do it one time for fun. And then it kind of got addictive. And I was a theater kid growing up too. So it kind of like offered me a way to do theater and like play these characters without like committing the whole time to like theater production. And I could actually do the roles I wanted to.
Oh yeah. I bet having that motivation your first time around like was a great motivator to like lean into the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, it was really reassuring to like have someone who I didn't know just to see me the first time and be like, you need to do this more. Like you need to make this a thing that you do, which was really, really reassuring.
Yeah. And how has that evolved from like when you started? Like how would you describe dexterity? Because you did mention that you had your hand in everything that you've done, your mixes, your looks, and even looking at some of your looks, you look like it's so Yeah, there is dexterity. Like there, it's there. There's a lot of different things, but like it has a certain flair of, like I would say pageant because you have competed in a lot of pageants, but you're not afraid to experiment and like be kooky crazy
Yeah.
a few times. So how does your aesthetic evolved in your 7 years of doing drag?
It has been It's been a lot because I feel like I also just have tried everything aesthetic wise. Like I was when I started, I was like trying to be like I wore like zero makeup because I was trying to be like very like passing, like I was
Uh,
trying to do, and then I was like, no, I need to wear more makeup. And then I did punk queen for a while. Like I was performing like um uh oh my God, I can't even think of the band name. But anyway, I was performing a lot of just like punk bands and doing a lot of punk when I first started. And then I kind of moved more into comedy. And that's really where I've like stayed mostly is in comedy. And I realized that I really loved the dynamic of being like this gorgeous, beautiful woman, but then just acting very stupid on
mm,
stage and being like ridiculous and kooky. Um, and um I really love pageants too because like pageantry is like what helped me kind of be better and be polished because of a little bit of the cattiness scene in Minnesota. Like there is still a sisterhood, but like it's not as strong where like people are willing to like help you out like it is here. So the pageant scene kind of offered that where like if you go for a pageant, like the judges are giving you honest feedback and like they want to see you succeed. So they'll be like, oh, you should work on this in your makeup, you should work on this in your hemlines and like this, and they give you all these good details to think about. And then when you go to your like regular shows, then you start thinking about those details, be like, oh, I should cover this tight line because obviously that looks bad. Oh, I should make sure that this wig is pinned in this way, or start to think a lot more about those details in your regular shows, which I think just help make you a better queen. That if you're putting in a pageant level execution into your regular shows, then you're just going to be pageant ready.
mm,
Um, and I think also recently too, I've in my like aesthetic, I've kind of been getting into impersonating a lot more too. I think that's been fun. It definitely started with Taylor Swift and just because I'm a big Swiftie, and I love putting on the whole Taylor Swift persona, but then some more people have been like, you need to like lean into this more because you look like a lot of different ones. So I'm actually going to be doing a Halsey impersonation this coming week,
oh.
and I'm working on a Cher impersonation because everybody keeps telling me they're like, you look like 70s Cher in drag. So I'm like, okay, let's just let's lean into this impersonation game, which has been really fun too. So um who knows what's next after the impersonation, but this is definitely where my
Yeah.
style evolved. It's been everywhere.
Yeah. Well, Chad Michaels better watch out then.
No one can come for Chad. Chad is the Cher impersonator.
Yeah. Well, she's probably gonna die soon, so
That is true. She's about as old as Cher.
yeah. No, that's so cool. Like that's a like that's kind of like old school drag, impersonation and stuff like that. Like you're really digging your toes into like the imperson. I'm excited for the Cher one. I love a good Cher impersonation. Can you do a you know,
Yeah, yeah, I can do the
wagon wheel to see?
all these chicken shit gigs. I feel like Sharon Jennifer Coolidge. I feel like everyone can do a semi decent impersonation of it.
Ah man, I have you seen the Minecraft movie? Like with
No, I haven't.
did you know Jennifer Coolidge is in that movie?
I did not.
Are you familiar with Minecraft at all?
Yes, yeah, I know
Okay.
like yeah.
Do you recall like the village people there with the big nose? Would you mind if I spoil the movie for you a little bit?
Right ahead, yeah.
Yeah. So in the movie, Jennifer Coolidge runs over one of the village people with the nose. They go like that. And through the course of the movie, like in the course of a day, she falls in love with the villager person, and she ends up speaking their language. Like,
So
and it's
Jennifer
like
in Village.
yeah, like the villager, like "Womp, womp, womp," like however,
Yeah,
yeah, merp merp or something like that. And then
yeah.
the villager person learned English from her, and it's Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like she is so good. Like she's just so good in everything she touches. Also, that movie is very that movie is actually kind of fun. Like
Really?
it's not like cinema, it's not a masterpiece, but if you have like an inkling of an idea of what Minecraft is all about, you can kind of like, oh, I understand that. And this is for kids.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, maybe I'll check it
Yeah.
out when it comes to
Yeah.
street games.
Yeah, she was really good in it. And I was actually surprised that she was in it. So like and she agreed to do it. So like
Yeah.
very weird for her. Um, but no, how long have you been doing like the impersonations have been recent? Like was it in the last year? Um,
Last year I've been, yeah, was kind of the introduction of the impersonations.
okay. I'm sure like most drag queens, you're getting ready to apply for RuPaul's Drag Race. Like is that something on your mind to do like a snatch game type situation?
Yeah, yeah. That's also kind of another thing to lean into too is like, because obviously you have to have a snatch game ready if you're going to apply to that. So kind of thinking about like the characters that I want and that I think I could project um as well. So yeah, I feel like that's another thing is also just kind of getting ready and getting in that mindset space of impersonating someone and trying to be funny and express
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I feel like I've been thinking about that too because I'm just dipping my toes in drag. I haven't like invest in it yet, like heavily, but I do have an outfit, like a few outfits that are sickening. But I was thinking about the impersonation side of things because I'm also a theater person, and I wanted. No one's done it yet, but like I'm afraid if I put it out there, someone's gonna do it. But I want to do Julia Child. Like, are you familiar with Julia Child?
A little bit, yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd
Yeah,
be good.
like the French, like the American French cooker, like she had a wobbly accent like this, like
Yeah.
she she's so sweet, and I think like it could be fun doing like a raunchy side of her. The other one is another chef, like our cook or whatever, Ina Garden, the Barefoot Contessa. Are you familiar with that?
Oh, okay, I've definitely, yeah, yeah, I've heard of her.
Yeah, she has a sickening bob, like her husband, Jeffrey, like is always out somewhere. There's this one TikToker, I don't know if it's gonna be stealing from him or whatever. He always makes these jokes that like Jeffrey, her husband, is like gay and is like, my husband is out on at Pete Provincetown with his friends type of thing. Like it's like subtle little homoerotic thing in there. I think is like kind of funny to like lean into, but those are two. I think I could do the Julia Child more. I don't know. I know it's not really big personality, but those are my two impersonations that I think I can nail.
Yeah. That's like the thing with like people always ask me if I would do Taylor for Snatch Game. And like Taylor is funny in her interviews, but I don't think that she's like funny in a way that like would work well with Snatch Game. So I just
Mhm,
like I'm always like, no, I'm not gonna impersonate Taylor because like again, she's funny, but just not in like that way that would like do well. So
mhm. Yeah.
like doing some other people like I like doing Ellie Kemper too from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah, because she's just like so like fun and delightful and like childish and she's just had like a really fun energy to
Mhm.
project and do that.
Oh no, that would be so much fun. Your Taylor impersonation, by the way, is really good. Like I looked at some of your, I'm looking to decide because I have your Instagram up here, and we'll have pictures up of like all your drag stuff in a slideshow, but your Taylor is really sickening. You got the Eras tour locked down. Were you in drag when you saw Taylor Swift?
No, 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 no. I was out of drag when I saw Taylor Swift, but just because I didn't really want to lug all my drag over here before for my first time. But if hopefully when she tours again, I will definitely go to her in drag because
Are, mhm. Are you going to see Lady Gaga?
I am, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I am too. I'll be there. Um,
I'm probably gonna go in drag for that one too, because
I think I think everyone I know is every drag queen I know is probably going to be in drag. Even me. I want to plan something, but I have no idea what it's going to look like.
I know, same. I kind of want to like, I think I want to do a Lady Gaga impersonation, but I think I want to do like Fame Monster Lady Gaga,
Oh,
like not the current era, but just like doing them because I feel like everybody's gonna show up wearing her red abracadabra outfit. So I'm like, I want to wear something a little different, do like a
yeah.
different reference.
I kind of want to lean into some of her merch. She has like this black and orange combination in a lot of her merch that I think could be really cool. I don't know what the silhouette would be. Like everything's just swimming in my brain. I haven't like
Yeah.
put it on Depend. I know the feet are going to be Crocs or slides or something. So because like I'm in the nosebleed, like far away seats. So I'm just like, I might be having to stand up all night. Let's make some aspect of this comfortable. And maybe if I have to carry shoes for like pictures, or if people want to take pictures, I'll just be like, you need to take pictures from my head to my stomach,
Yeah.
to my abdomen.
Yeah.
Do not
Waist up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
waste. Yeah, waist up. That's a better way to say it.
Yeah, waist up. Because I think so too. Like when I think about it, I'm like, I don't think I want to like pad and be padded for that whole concert. So I'm like, I'm probably just gonna go no pads and like you said, comfortable shoes because no one's gonna notice when the concert starts. So I'm like, if you want to take a picture, waist up.
Exactly, exactly. What day are you going? I'm going on Saturday.
I am going on Wednesday.
Okay, okay. Yeah, they opened the Saturday one while I was waiting for like a Wednesday, Thursday ticket.
Yeah, I didn't know that they opened that up until after I bought my ticket, and then I was messaging some people, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I got it for Saturday," and I was like, "Saturday? I didn't even know that was an option."
Yeah,
But yeah, but it'll be a really fun time. I'm really looking forward to it.
for sure. And that's summertime, which speaking of which, we're coming up to it real soon. Pride is coming up. Like how are you feeling about your first Pride in Seattle?
I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I have one booking on like Pride weekend on that Sunday, but I'm also kind of like excited to like not do drag for Pride and just like go out and experience it. And like I'm thinking about going to like Queer Bar because they have like a huge event. I
Hmm.
think I'm going to like part of like Massives and like Diesel and stuff like that. So I'm excited to just also just be out in the scene and not
Hmm.
necessarily like in drag, but just like experiencing the fun of Seattle because like Seattle's so queer in general that I imagine probably just gets insane here.
Oh, it's so much fun. I was there for Queer Pride Festival last year. I'm planning to this year. I haven't bought everything yet because I'm kind of in like this limbo of like, am I going to be moving there in next month? But I think I've decided like I'm just going to buy everything and, let's just let faith decide if I'm going to be there. I have my resume ready. I have my nest ready for like moving, and it keeps growing. I keep adding to it, so like I don't want to miss out on possibly like opportunities that would happen like during Pride, and I really loved it last year, so. I will be there and I will be in drag. I'm probably gonna wear the same outfit that I have because I spent a lot of money on it. I don't know if like I don't you haven't seen me in drag yet, have you?
I think so. No, no, no.
Yeah. Yeah, so the outfit that I'm wearing in my profile picture, the hair is by Acacia Forgot. She's my bestie, mostly her partner. So, that wig is actually from episode 1 of season 17, the episode she almost got eliminated on.
Oh my God.
But I thought that the wig was sickening, so I was like, "Girl, are you selling that?" And she sold it to me. And then the dress is from Candy Muse when she was selling her drag
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it's, season 13, I think episode 9. I don't know what the context of the episode yet is. I probably need to watch it eventually because it would be kind of fun to see like how it looked on her on the show. But I love it. My only critique about it is it's huge. It's huge and it's heavy. I think it's pretty much made of polyester. Um, so it is very heavy and it's in a garbage bag. That's how I stored it.
Honestly, yeah, sometimes it's just the best way to store the scrap.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm planning to wear that, and I think I have a few ideas in mind. But it's also, I don't want to spend too much money, so we'll see how that all goes. But I'm excited. I'm excited for you to experience that too. You should plan to go to Unicorn as well. Unicorn has cheapest the cheapest festival. It's $30 for 3 days.
Yeah. That's actually where I'm performing at on that Sunday. So I will be there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, yeah, you haven't they haven't announced the list of people yet, so I'm very excited yeah, I'm excited to see you perform there. Like, I love Unicorn. Unicorn's so great.
It's fun. I love the vibes in there. How it's decorated, that's beautiful. It's
Mm,
incredible.
exactly. Um, Tell me about when you moved to Seattle, because like I said, I thought for a hot minute were pretty much a resident there. The way that you've gotten in the Thunderdome, you were performing, like the last time I saw you perform, you were at Dreamland with Irene, the alien, and Rowan Ruthless for the emo night thing, which I want to talk about that because like there's some tea about that. I'm pretty sure the way Irene was talking about it, like to everybody. So I'm very curious to know about that. Um, but yeah, how did you like break into the Seattle scene so quickly?
Yeah, I think it was just like a lot of like prep kind of beforehand. So like since I was already very well established in Minneapolis and I wanted to move, when I did my solo trip out here, I was like I kind of like scouted out a lot of bars, like I went to like Queer Bar, I went to Unicorn, I went to Massive, like I was just going everywhere and I was like kind of taking note of who's working where and I like was following everybody on Instagram. And I actually talked a lot with like Stacy Starstruck. She was really, really sweet. And she helped me a lot. And we would just kind of message about different places and like where to go and like what bars offer what. And so when I got here, I had already basically followed, I would say majority of the people who were working out here because I saw Seattle in their bio. I was following them. I was like just like following them and making sure that I was like at least known on social media. So then the moment I got here, I started posting and I was going out in drag all the time. And I think, like, I mean, all the queer bar girls can tell you, I was basically at queer bar like I think every Friday and Saturday in full drag, just every week,
Oh,
like this month, just kind of making myself very known in the scene that I moved out here and I'm here. And I tried to talk to Jane a lot too. So that way, when Thunderdome did come around, I was like, I want to make sure that they know I'm here. So I'm on the list for people that
mhm.
they accept into Thunderdome.
Oh, nice. Yeah. My favorite pastime is harassing Jane Doe whenever I'm in the area. And I was very sad that she wasn't there the week I was there, which was oh God, it was like mid to late April or something like that. Um, but more on that later. No, that's so cool. That's what I do. Like with this podcast and everything, like I just basically follow everybody. Not for you, it was everyone in Seattle, but for me, it was anyone that said that are a drag something. Like I was just like, oh, follow, 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 follow. When it came to Seattle, like I was thinking between Los Angeles and Seattle, honestly, but I think Seattle was just more accessible for me, so I was there more often.
Yeah.
And I kind of like you, I was there pretty much anytime I was in Seattle, I was at Queer Bar. So I got to be a little bit more well known there. I would always message the girls on the social media and stuff like that. Like Stacy, for example, like I would always message her like, "Wow, diva work, amazing, gorgeous." That's
Yeah.
pretty much the extent of it. But like once I started doing the show and everything, like and focusing on drag, I think I'm getting my name's getting out there a little bit more, especially with the
Yeah.
people that I've been getting. So that's really fun to realize like that, especially on Reddit too. Like someone commented because I always, whenever I do the Dragula girls, I always post it on the Dragula subreddit, and someone said, "I always love your interviews." And like I've never met this person or stuff like that. I was like, "Oh my God, a fan." Look at that. And then like people when I submitted the application for guests to be on the show, got like four responses, which I think is like sickening. So it's growing a little bit, but hopefully when I'm in Seattle, we could do more bigger
Yeah.
things.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
great. Yeah. No, I think just kind of making like really just like forcing yourself to be known is really helpful too. Like I said, going out and drag. Like that's how I got a booking too. Like I went to Unicorn and London Bradshaw, who's amazing. It was a
Yep.
sweetheart. Like kept like poking her head out of the dressing room, being like, "Who the fuck is that? Like, who is that out there?" Like, because I was just in full like glam drag, and they didn't know who it was. Then she came out and we started talking. She was like, "Do you want to do a booking?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I do." And so I think it's
Mhm.
just really making yourself known that you are here.
Yeah, and everything fell on your lap. You applied to Thunderdome. You were really lucky because like I think they didn't do that competition for a couple of years. And not the Thunderdome specifically, but like Queer Bar always does like some sort of competition leading
Yeah.
into Pride. So I think you were kind of like this was the first one in a few years. So that must have like how did you hear about it and like what made you want to like apply right away?
Yeah. I saw it on Instagram and I saw it basically like I think it was like 5 minutes after they posted like Queer Bar posted like that they were doing this competition on there and I like knew right away. I was like, I need to do this. I was like, I need to do this. I need to like show that I am here. So I applied like right then and there. I think I was probably one of the first applicants, if I'm being honest. Like
Oh,
again, I saw that right away and I was like, I'm doing this right now. Because I really wanted to be in this competition. I do love competitions like that. I love pageants. So I was like, this is right up my alley. I was like, I need to show that like I'm here and I know what I'm doing and I can do drag well.
yeah, you're amazing because like you must have like because that's the theater brain for sure. Like you have everything all ready to go to apply and stuff like that. Like like I'm a theater major myself and I don't really have that discipline either. If that was me, I'd probably apply to Thunderdome like 2 minutes before the deadline, like just shove everything in there. Like
Yeah.
that it works out for me. Whenever I've applied to like a grant or something like that, like I got a
Yeah.
grant like just applying. Well, I was working on it for like a week before it was due, which I would never recommend anyone do that when you're writing a grant. But like that was kind of crazy. But I ended up getting my grant despite that. And whenever it came to school and stuff like that, it was always deadline, last minute type of thing. It's just like, yeah, yeah, you must have like everything organized.
I really don't, and I
Oh,
do procrastinate a lot too, but like for some reason that I just like knew. I was like, I have to do this right now. I was like, I'm gonna be in it. I just I don't know. There's something in my brain. It was like that little thing in your brain that I was like, you're gonna do this, you're gonna be in it. Like you have to do this right now.
mhm.
So yeah, I was just feeling so inspired. I was like, this is my time. I was like, this is my time to shine. Here we go.
Yeah. Were you surprised that they picked you, especially since you haven't been here for so long?
I was a little bit, but I was hoping that because I was so new that they would pick me for that reason. And like I said, like I had like gone to Queer Bar a lot and talked to Jane, and I knew that she was like on the like the list of people like to like that were picking people. So I was like, okay, I hope that she like saw something in me that was like, okay, like I want to see what else you can do in this competition. So um yeah, I was nervous that they weren't gonna pick me, but also like in my mind, like I knew I was like, I'm gonna be in this. I was like, there was just something that was like, you're gonna do this. You're gonna be in this, hands down.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's such good energy to have. Like
Yeah.
that, like especially since you're not unfamiliar with competitions. You are also Queen of Hearts last year in 2024 in Minnesota. Tell me about that. Like what kind of competition is that?
Yeah, that was a pageant. So at the bar I worked at most often at the Gay 90s, they have a few pageants there, and I've won two of them at that bar. I won Miss Gay 90s in 2022 and then Miss Queen of Hearts in 2024. So it was a pageant. There was four categories. There's evening gown, question and answer, talent, and then Valentine's theme wear. And I actually wore what I wore for Valentine's theme wear at Thunderdome for one of the weeks for the runway. It's this dress that it's completely burned, and then I put burned love letters all over it too. So it just
Oh,
looked like I lit like a whole like love letter on fire.
oh,
Just
sick.
yeah. So that was my Valentine's theme wear. But that was a really, really fun competition to do too. Like I said, I love pageants. I love pageantry. I think it's so much fun to do. Um, and I did for my talent, I did Oh So Quiet by Bjork, and I had like two backup dancers, and we did this whole choreographed number, which was really, really fun.
Oh, nice. That sounds really cool. Did you? I was actually there for choreography night at Thunderdome. That was such a fun time. Can you talk about that a little bit more and like refresh my memory of like your performance there? Because like it
Yeah.
was so sickening, but it also feels like it was a million years ago.
It really does. Choreography week, I'm proud of everything I did in Thunderdome. I wouldn't change it. Choreography week is the one that I'm like kind of iffy about, just because for choreography week, I was like, oh, everyone's gonna do like a pop dancey number. So I was like, I need to do something different. So I chose to do a song that I've done before. I did Love My Lips from Veggie Tales.
Oh,
Veggie Tales.
oh wow,
Uh,
Veggie Tales.
yes. So it was just like campy and like it's obviously like it was like a Christian show for like kids growing up to like teach them about Jesus and I watched it a lot as a kid and they have all these like musicals that are really funny and campy. And I think like a lot of are like perfect drag songs, including Love My Lips. So it's
Mhm.
like I need to do that and like do choreography to it, like to like differentiate myself. And it definitely worked, but I think it also like half the people didn't really get the reference because I think VeggieTales is more of a Midwest thing, if I'm correct. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I think half of the people got it and the other people didn't. So
Yeah. Well, you have to think about also, I think a lot of people in the crowd are young, like
yeah,
very young, and VeggieTales, I don't think it's been relevant for a little bit.
yeah, yeah, definitely not since like the early 2000s is
Hmm.
relevant.
Yeah.
But it was still really fun. Yeah, and I got one of my good sisters, Sarah Femme. She played like the therapist in it, so she was up there and we were bantering and yeah, it was a really fun week. And that was the week that I performed in front of Sasha Colby and Naisha Lopez. So
Yes.
Sasha Colby has watched me do a performance to VeggieTales.
Yeah. No, that was
It's a
crazy.
wild sentence to say.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was shocked that she was there, but until Jane don't point her out, and I was like, "Oh, Sasha Chloe is here. That's crazy." And Naisha Lopez as well.
Yeah. And
But
Sasha Colby came backstage before the competition and she walked around. She's the sweetest person. She walked around to every single person and gave them like an in-depth compliment. Like she walked up to me and she like grabbed me by the arms and she was like, "You look so beautiful right now. I just want to let you know, like, you are absolutely gorgeous. Have the most fun out there. Like, I'm excited to see what you do." And then she like levitated away. Like, she is the most
I love
like
that.
beautiful, graceful person. Like, it
Oh
was
gosh, yeah. If Sasha Colby told me that, I probably would just quit.
I,
Like it's
I could
over.
die happy. That's like Sasha told me I was pretty. I was like, I can die happy now. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a thing with Sasha Colby because I have my tattoo of Sasha Colby on my arm. You can't really see it, but you can see it on my like with the camera how it's set up and
Yeah.
everything. But it's on my Instagram. Everybody knows about it. But Sasha Colby remembered it because like I showed it to her last year, and like when I met her again at Thunderdome, like she saw the tattoo and she like just paraded me around, showing everybody the tattoo. And Naisha Lopez saw it and she was gagged. So, no, that night was so much fun. That really made me want to like. I think like that evening made me really want to like compete in drag, like especially since like I had done drag at that point like just a couple times. I'm only still a baby, but with my theater background, with like all these ideas in my head, I feel like I could do it really well. It's just like, okay, you're thinking about it, you got all the ideas, but you got to do it now.
Right. Yeah.
Like you actually have to do it, and it's just like, ugh, there's other things in life right now that are just
Yeah.
stopping that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's why I like that competition so much, is because it really just like forced you to be like, all right, like this date, whether you're ready to or not, like you have to do this theme or this, So like I really like that it pushed me to do some things that I would normally pick for myself.
Yeah, and it pushed you for like 12 weeks, didn't it?
Yeah, eight
Eight.
weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know. In past years, they said that they've done 10 and 12, and I was like, that sounds like a lot. I thought eight was like the perfect amount, but
Okay. Is it longer than your pageants that you've done?
well, pageants are usually one night, but like the preparation goes on for months. So I would say I probably prepped. It's probably the same amount of prep time, honestly, because they gave us. When did they tell us? They told us that we were in like week before Christmas, so like the 15th, so like halfway through December, and then we started on the first Sunday of the new year. So like we had like a half month to prep before it started. And then I was trying to like work ahead. So I was like 2 weeks ahead essentially every week,
Oh, wow.
except for the finale. That one was chaotic, but I miscalculated the amount of stones that I needed and I didn't for my like frog jumpsuit costume, and I was rhinestone, and I was like, I don't have enough. Shoot. And then I tried to order some more online and they weren't going to come in time. So I was like basically messaging everybody. It was like, I need rhinestones. I need this color rhinestones. Who has them? Like, who has them? And I actually ended up buying them off of Jane Doan. Jane was like, oh, I have some. And so I like ran over to Queer Bar while she was like hosting. And like in between, I was like paying her for all these stones. And I walked out with like this like giant stack of rhinestones and
Mm.
spent like 48 solid hours rhinestoning that entire thing. So it would be done for the
Ugh.
finale.
Oh wow, you're way braver than me. I stoned some shoes and I kind of wanted to die, basically.
Oh. I'm weird. I feel like in the sense like where I love rhinestoning. Rhinestoning is like my favorite part of like creating drag. I love embellishing and rhinestoning and doing all that stuff. It's so fun.
Yeah, I think it helps that like because I don't mind repetition. I worked in medical records before. I still work in the medical field, but medical records was one of my specialties, and there was a lot of repetition in that. But you know, you throw on a podcast and like just don't think about anything else, and like once you get into like a groove, it's a little
Yeah.
bit better. But I'm also very impatient. Like I just want like I want these stones to be on right now. I don't want to put them on one at a time. I don't want to like wait until like what 5 hours and I'm working on one tiny section still. Like I want this to be done right now. And yeah, I'm just impatient. It's the other problem.
Yeah. That's how I feel about sewing. Like I like sewing kind of, but like I'm very impatient where I'm like because I like rhinestoning so much, I'm like, I just want to get this to the part where I can like just sit and like put little dots on it. Like that's
Oh
what I
yeah.
want. But
Hmm.
yeah, like I don't want to
But
have to like sit at my sewing machine for hours and being like, then put it on and be like, okay, well that didn't work. Now I have to fix it. Oh, okay, well that didn't work. That didn't. And so like, yeah,
yeah, you need to be rich enough to have an assistant and they can
I,
like work on it.
yes, that I do. That I really do.
Yeah. Um, the overall, how did you feel about Thunderdome? Like that whole experience? Because you didn't win it, but it seemed like it was a fun opportunity, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to meet a
I
lot of people.
loved it. I went into it not like thinking I was not going to win it. I was like, I'm going in this like because it was a voting based, and I was like, obviously, like everybody else in this is more well known in the community than I am. So I was like, people are going to come in like with their favorites and their friends, and I was like, they're going to vote for that, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like I'm going out here to get my name out. I'm not really necessarily going to win. But I did ask Jane what my placement was, and she said that I was 2 points behind third. So I was very
Oh,
close, and I really got up there. And the top three was all within like 20 votes of each other. So like and then I was within that as well. So um I was really shocked at how well I did and was perceived. And I felt like really grateful that like even though no one really knew me, I had so many people come out and vote for me. And so that felt really good because I honestly went in being like, oh, I'm not gonna win this because no one knows who I am, but I'm doing this to like let people know and I probably won't get that many votes. But so it was really, really cool to be able to like show what I did and then like actually have people like respond to that. Yeah.
yeah, that sounds really great. Like especially like you said, essentially these things can often be a popularity contest of like, oh, I know this person, I'm going to show up to them every week and
Yeah.
vote for them. But like you being so close to the top, it just means more
Yeah.
and more people like you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And like, cause I like went in and I was like, oh, everybody loves like pupusa. Like obviously she's gonna, like, so
Mhm,
it was just like one of those things. I was like, oh, everybody already loves all these other people, so I'm not gonna win, but like I'm just gonna have fun doing it. And it was so much fun getting to do
mhm.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get any opportunities from that? Like any connections or anything you're comfortable talking about? Like, did any opportunities open up since then?
Definitely. I've definitely gotten a lot of opportunities from that, a lot of bookings. I think maybe the most notable is Irene really noticed me and she really loved me during that competition. And so she added me to her cast for her Dreamlands brunch. So every second Sunday of the month, besides this month, because we had to shift it around because there's another show, but we she has like a themed brunch, so she was like, you clearly really love doing a theme, you know what you're doing, you're professional and you're fun to watch, so like come do this brunch. So I mean that's definitely been the most notable is Irene
Mhm.
really noticed me and really loved what I was doing, which felt very validating too because I loved Irene before I
Yeah.
so
And
yeah.
I got to see one of those, like the emo brunch, which that's the tea I wanted to talk about because it seemed like y'all were missing some people. Was it
Yeah.
like without obviously dragging anyone under the bus, but like was there a lot of pressure because of that? and like getting things ready. And it seemed like Rowan wasn't planning to be in drag at that time.
It was kind of like, I mean, I didn't really know any of the like I just showed up. I showed up to get ready and Rowan was like a little stressed and I was like, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" And she was like, "Oh, just two people just called out last minute." Like it was literally like the day of they called out. And she was like, "We didn't really have anybody else." So it was just kind of a scramble, but we all just decided we're like if each of us just adds another number, then we'll be fine. And it honestly moved on. Like it was so like it wasn't a big thing. And I don't even remember why the other people canceled, but yeah, so it was just kind of it was like a little chaotic hour before this
Mhm.
brunch started. So I think we were a little on edge, but I think everything worked out. Like nothing really went wrong.
It
So
was so much fun. Yeah. I sometimes I like to do like little scenarios in my head, and I was sitting there thinking, what if I was in drag right now? And then Irene was like, "We need you."
yeah,
She pulled me out. Yeah, we need another person. We need another body. And I was like, me? I've never
yeah,
performed before. And then like, I perform and I kill it and I get on RuPaul's Drag Race and become one of the best drag queens in Seattle
yeah,
just for doing this small drag brunch thing.
mm, yeah, yeah. So that was the tea with that. It was just there was just two last minute call outs and there wasn't enough time to call somebody else. So they were just like, well, we'll just add another number and see what happens.
Yeah, was that your first theme one? Because I know Irene did Barbie, like a Barbie one.
Yeah, Barbie was my first themed one that I did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I love Dreamland so much.
And that is a beautiful space, and the manager, she's so nice. She's so
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah,
Shout
it's
out
a
to Sarah.
really what was that?
Shout out to Sarah. Is she the manager? Yeah.
Yeah, very sweet, so nice. Yeah, she's just an incredible, and it's an incredible space. Like the people always show out for it.
Mhm,
Parking is a nightmare, but that's because of that little market that's going on right next to it. So
mhm,
like find parking. But besides that,
mhm.
no, it's great. I love Dreamlands. It's so great. The food's fantastic, and everyone's so nice there.
What do you get there when you're just like a normal person, not in drag? Like what kind of food do you get in Dreamland?
The chicken and waffles is my favorite. It's
Oh,
real.
it's really good. Have you had the McDreamy?
No, no, I haven't.
Like their cheeseburger, like kind of a spin-off of like a McDonald's burger. Um, so good. It's very rich. It's very big. But like with the fries and everything, like I'm thinking about it right now. I kind of want to go to Seattle right now and eat
Just
it.
go to.
Like so good. Just have a lunch and come back home.
I might have to get that next time. That sounds really good, actually.
No, it's really good. What else did I had? I had a friend who got the French, I think it was a French toast, like oof, I don't remember. Like I think it was like a pecan something like French toast creme brulee thing that they have. It's really good. I've had their truffle ice, like a truffle like dessert thing,
Mhm,
peppermint, really good as well. What else have I eaten there? Oh, they have like chicken thighs, fried chicken thighs, and French fries. Really
nice.
good, really good as well. I don't know if it's the same chicken that they do for their chicken and waffles, which I've had too. Really good with that pepper jelly that they have.
Yes.
Mm-mm. Now I'm hungry. Like it's
I know. I'm
morning.
like salivate. I'm like, damn, I'm hungry now.
Yeah. Um, Going back because we're kind of getting there to the end. But let's keep talking about you and your drag. You have a couple of things lined up in the summer. Um, what are you excited for? Like now that it's like your full year here in Seattle, like are you excited to do more shows? Like what's the future looking like as far as your being here in Seattle?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very excited to do more shows and get more involved in the scene just in general. Um, on like a non-drag part, I'm really excited to like continue exploring the city. I really love that. But also like I like I kind of mentioned it before, I really love competitions. I love doing pageants. I love doing like Thunderdome type things. So part of me is also like I really want to go back to pageantry a little bit and maybe do like a national pageant again because I really love doing that and I've just been just like really like feeling the itch to go
Mhm.
back and do another competition. So I think honestly that's kind of like my big thing is deciding which pageant I want to go back to next year, and then start prepping for that and getting all the fun stuff ready for that.
Yeah. Have you thought about like going out of town and doing stuff?
Yeah, yeah, I've kind of thought about that too because I know Seattle isn't like a huge pageant city. So I was thinking about doing some nationals. Like I've ran for All American Goddess, which was really fun. So potentially going to that. I really love the National Comedy Queen pageantry system. So I've been thinking about going to that next year as well. Um, and then just kind of like seeing what else is around in the
Mhm.
neighboring cities or even states, just to see what other pageants I can go out for and get.
Ye- Yeah, one of the things when I was looking at your pictures, you had a very sexy drag king look. Do you think like you want to dip your toes into like male drag, like or drag kings rather?
Um, I don't honestly. I That was
Okay.
a really fun look to do, and I had a lot of fun doing it that one night. But that night did make me realize I really like doing female drag more than I do male drag. Like it was fun, and I might bring him out again for I don't know, like a one show or something like that. I'll do it every once in a while, but I think I like being a queen more than I do a king.
That's
Definitely.
fair. What
Yeah.
about producing? Because I feel like with your experience and stuff like that, I feel like you should do your own show.
Yeah, I would love to do my own show, and I've definitely kind of been on the lookout for different spaces that I think that we could start a show to. And I'm even I talked with Sarah Pham, one of my good sisters here too. We've been talking about starting another show here as well. So it's definitely in the works, and I'm kind of keeping my eye out. I haven't been super on it to do it. I've kind of been waiting for like after Pride ends, just because I know Pride is going to be so chaotic and trying to start a show in Pride Month is going to be insane. So I'm kind of waiting for after that. But just keeping an eye out on like different venues and stuff like that that I would maybe want.
Okay. Do you want to share your ideas that you have for a show?
Yeah, I would. Well, I kind of want to do like a pure comedy show where everybody does like comedy mixes and stuff like that. I think that would be really fun. Um, Uh, there was a show back in Minnesota called Stupid Cells where it was like a comedy show, and then they had little different bits they would do during the show too, which I think would be kind of fun. Like we did like food eating contests and drag
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So I think bringing some of those like wacky elements, like almost like carnival games and stuff like that into a drag show would be really fun to do as well. So I would love to
Mhm.
like bring that kind of stuff into it and
Mhm.
just like have fun and break the mold a little bit on
Oh
drag.
yeah. No, that sounds like fun. Like I can imagine it being like a like you could probably do in like a big top like type of thing, or like at least like the theme of like the set could be like a little big top, and everyone's like a different circus performer or something like that
Yeah.
doing drag. Like that could be fun.
Yeah, yeah. And I like I've said before too, I love themes, so I would love to do more like themed and brunches and do kind of like those weird themes. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's fun to like put who your character would be in that theme. Kind of
Yeah. No, yeah, you love a theme, and Irene's seen that too. So,
yeah.
are you? I know she's like doing All Stars 10 right now, and so she's probably super busy. But is there anything on the horizon when it comes to like doing more drag brunches, like theme drag brunches at Dreamland?
Yeah, we're doing the one this weekend. It's gonna
Oh,
It's Tumblr aesthetic,
oh,
spelled
geez,
like indie girl aesthetic,
oh,
which is gonna
geez.
be really fun. Yeah, at Dreamland. So that'll be fun. And then usually at the brunch afterwards, we all kind of like hang out and like have lunch together, and then we talk about the theme for the following month. So
That's
um
exciting.
yeah, yeah. So we'll probably decide the theme for the Pride month, which I'm assuming will be probably just Pride, but who knows? Irene,
Mhm,
her mind, she comes up with like these weird themes and I live for it.
mhm.
But yeah, but I'm really excited for this coming weekend because I was very much a Tumblr kid growing up, so this is
Yeah,
exactly my avenue.
that's why I say oh, geez, because like yeah, I was kind of in that Tumblr area too. Is who's doing the ball pit? Who's doing the TumblrCon ball pit?
Oh my gosh, I wish someone I it's probably honestly. Uh-oh's in this. Yeah. So
Oh,
if anyone's gonna do it, it's gonna be her. Also, part 1 second, just have to plug in my laptop and stuff.
Oh no, that's that plugging in laptops. I get that. Like this laptop right now is on life support. Like
Yeah,
basically, like all the plugs and everything. Like she can't survive without it. But
yeah, yeah.
oh, I've never heard of that drag queen. Like that's such a
Yeah,
fun name.
she she's she's a Seattle-based drag queen, and I was introduced to her actually at a 9/11 themed drag show,
Oh,
which I think was honestly the perfect introduction to her. If you look at her Instagram, she's great. She's so funny, she's so campy, she's so out there and outrageous. And if anyone's gonna do a ball pit themed one, it's gonna be her. But we were also messaging in the group chat, like everybody was like sending chaotic ideas. I was like, who's gonna play Riptide on a ukulele? Like who's gonna do it? Someone's gotta do
oh,
it.
jeez. Yeah.
All these chaotic
Uh,
things.
you mentioned the 9/11 themed drag show, and I'm like, I don't think I'd ever be in a show like that as an Arab. That would be
Yeah.
like I'm just
I
thinking about that. Like, oh my God, what would I like?
I didn't even know what it was 9/11 themed. Like it was on 9/11 because it was on a Wednesday this past year, and it was like right when I moved here, and so I was like going out to all these shows, and then I was messaging with Papusa, and Papusa was like, "Oh, there's a show at Massive. You should come tonight." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I just showed up, not really thinking about the date it was or just what was happening, and then I realized I was like, "Oh, this is a 9/11 themed show. Oh, this is wild. Oh, it's so wild."
Hmm.
It was a
Oh my
great
God.
show. It was actually really fun.
I think I would actually be killed because, like, the idea I would have had, I would have totally done Osama bin Laden and try.
I mean, Uh-oh took out a cake full of like she had like a cake of the Twin Towers, and then on her ass she painted like an airplane, and then she like sat on the cakes. So
Oh,
I mean,
that's funny.
really anything was up to it.
Were you a part of it at all? Like, or did you just watch it?
No, I was just there watching. Yeah.
What would you do in a 9/11 themed drag show?
What I do? Oh my God, that is a great.
You're very tall. I feel like you could be in one of the towers. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
like
I was like, I would probably lean into that, thinking into, yeah, I'd probably
and
be
it,
one of the person.
and then do a death drop.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. I love that. I'm very excited for you because like you were so much fun in Thunderdome and like in the emo night too. Emo night, well, not the emo night, it was emo drag brunch, but like that was so much fun as well. So I'm very excited to see more of you in the future. Why don't you tell the audience where people can find you?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky, though I don't really post that much on Blue Sky, and TikTok at
Mhm.
DexDerity, Dexterity. And yeah, that's where you can find me. I'm trying to post more and be more active on social media. So you'll be
Okay.
seeing.
Yeah, and then where are you? Because like this episode's probably going to come out probably in June or something. Like it's for around Pride time. But where can people normally find you performing, or are you pretty much everywhere?
I'm kind of everywhere chaotically, but you can always find me at Dreamlands. Like I said, for Irene Brunch. And then for Pride Weekend, I will be at Unicorn on Sunday. And then I'm sure I will have some other shows in June as well. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very good, very excited. I am excited to see you in June. So, Wayward Artists, thank you so much for watching the Rewind here with Dexterity. Please join us for the after show, the fast forward, where we're going to play a little game with Dexterity. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Please support the channel on YouTube and podcast services everywhere. Support me on my Instagram. It's Thumali714. That's THUMALI 714. Yeah, we'll post more consistently now that I feel better. We haven't posted because I was sick and life just happened. So we're gonna be uploading frequently, hopefully again soon. So stay tuned for that. And Wayward Artists, without further ado, it's been real.